Audio. Audio.
Oh boy.
I see audio.
Did you tweet about this? Did you tweet from my
Yeah,
account?
I tweeted. No, I did not tweet from
My
your
account doesn't
account.
matter. Nobody fucking looks at my account. I have like 2 followers
So,
on Twitter. By 2, I mean
This is a very
2,000.
different setup than we've had before because
Oh,
we
boy.
now have 2 monitors.
But I can't. I can just tell that like my fucking thick thighs are.
Oh
just
god,
trying
it's
to-
my fucking... Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Why am I hearing myself?
I can just tell that like my fucking. Oh
What
no.
the fuck? Why am I hearing
You can
myself?
stop. Desktop audio.
Maybe I have to kill this. Okay, yeah, I have to kill that. Right?
No, you're still hearing yourself. You need to unmute yourself.
What do you mean I have to unmute myself?
I don't know.
They can hear us. I'm just also hearing us through my speakers.
You could just turn the speakers down.
You're right, but then I won't hear the game at all either. Well, okay, we'll just, you guys I hopefully can hear the game. I hope you're not hearing us twice. Tell us if you're hearing us
I'm
twice.
watching the PCP right now.
Boba Bickle gave $2 and said, "Did Dabs now at work?" You did dabs and went to work? Is that what you're saying? Like dabs as in weed dabs?
Yeah, maybe he did some dabs.
That sounds intense.
Oh boy.
All right.
I feel like the camera is too angled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't like that it's, there we go. Oh boy, it was kind of just like crotch.
It was aimed around me.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting hella low.
Well, I'm sitting, I don't know, I feel better now.
It's a really interesting camera angle
Yeah,
and also
hearing you
lighting.
twice, by the way. We still hear the
God
echo.
damn it. Why didn't anybody fucking say so? Alright. I gotta mute that then, I think.
Is that the game though?
I think it's both. I don't fucking know.
Can you stop the live commentary?
Hold on.
But right here, can you make that stop?
That's not going.
Can you stop the live? No, I know this isn't going, but like, can you make that stop? If you wanted to keep the game audio. No, I know. Oh boy. But like, if you wanted to keep the game audio.
Maybe I can just kill desktop audio and... Yeah. I might just have to not have...
Let's do a text chat. Let's not even have...
Alright, I think
voice.
there should be no game audio now and it should just be our voices.
Is the PCP premiering?
Tell me if you're still hearing 2 of my voice right now. What do you mean PCP?
Everybody
premiering?
there's a bunch of people in the stream saying, why are you streaming during PCP? Like, it's a...
Is this when it gets released?
It's a
or
podcast.
something?
Well, yeah, I know it just came out, but I was wondering if it's premiering because, like, it's a podcast. Like, you could watch it at any time.
Yeah. I don't know. I just stream. We stream on Fridays. Usually we stream later into the day, though. You have normal voice. No echo now. Okay. God. I always, dude, when I do a live stream and the audio's not good, I don't want to say anything until it's fixed. Like, I want you to edit out all of that. I mean, not that we're not going to probably re-release this one. It's just a live stream that will be unlisted. Just so you know, when I do these live streams, they all are in the every YouTube video featuring Digibro playlist, with the exception of the Pokemon ones because May goes and re-edits them.
Which I haven't done the latest one. Which is why we're not streaming Pokemon today.
I'm not really sure what's going on, because this is like a surprisingly plot-filled cutscene that I did not see coming.
I see.
And I have not been paying attention.
Well,
I've been pressing A through it.
So yesterday was really interesting because your computer broke because you listened to a podcast about Jeffrey Epstein.
Or something.
You should tell that story.
By the way, so you have 2 options. Either we can both play or you can be on chat duty.
I'd rather be on chat duty because I haven't played the game.
Well, you gotta make
yet.
sure you read all the super chats before they go off the
Okay,
page.
Boba Bickle, $2.
I gotta stop shaking my legs.
I was in another dimension, but now at work. Sad face.
Yeah, I imagine. Feminism ruined Digibro? How?
Alyssa Swain says, "Are you going to be perpetually
Oh, God, I'm
behind
playing
on
now.
rants?"
No. But I will probably be a little bit behind this month. But not nearly as bad as last month. Last month was
yes, some have actually been recorded. But Conrad was having some PC issues yesterday.
Yeah, I fucking recorded. Well, I was working on the care pack because that also has to be done at the end of the month, and I was recording a like extra long let's play of this game, basically explaining how my entire month has in a way led up to me playing this game. Like, that I really wanted to play this game before the month started, and for one reason or another talked myself out of buying it, while even going so far as to have you, for my birthday, have bought me this GameCube controller for the Switch, which I absolutely love because the GameCube obviously is my favorite console, and I also have gotten pretty into the fucking Switch.
Indeed.
So, getting to play a game that's kind of like a classic Nintendo property, you know, a new Yoshi game, and I grew up with Yoshi's story and shit.
People are complaining about the lag.
Oh god, yeah, what the fuck is going on there? Well, I think my computer's having a hernia trying to do the thing that I'm making it do to show you guys the game. Alright, well, I'll have to fix that. But I am also fighting a boss right now. But I'm also, like, gonna die. So I'll fix it after I die. Apologies for the fact that you can't tell what the fuck's going on. All of the machinery I have to do this with is giving me guff. All of it. I can explain why momentarily. It might not even have been wise to try to do a live stream while it was all giving me so much guff. But I didn't expect it to go even worse than last time.
Somebody says, Digi sounds sleepy. Is something wrong with your eyes? They just look swollen shut or something.
Yeah, well, we are under a harsh light.
Yeah.
And I don't have my sunglasses on.
This is what he looks like without his sunglasses on. And there's like a weird red light on you.
We have a pink light on us.
Why
is my new light.
Pink?
I set it that way because it was way too fucking bright when it was white.
Oh, you can change the color?
Yeah, I can change it. It's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Oh
it has
God.
like RGB sliders on it.
That's beautiful. That's gonna be great for selfies.
But
bringing them back.
Yeah, the computer issues have been a fucking nightmare, and it's still laggy as shit. The gameplay is a slideshow, as somebody said. Okay. Well, this thing is not rendering it properly in its preview window, and that's really the problem. I don't know how to make that not be shit.
Too much Yang.
How do I make this be not shit?
You should do a live stream tripping on acid.
Maybe I just need to put it in best quality. Let's see if that helps.
This looks like Smash Online.
Smash Online? Smash Online can't look this shit.
You both look like a good Joe.
Like, I'm sitting here staring at the visuals. I'm like trying to figure out how to make it work. Because the problem of why it's doing this is that what we are streaming is the preview window of the game capture software. And the reason we're doing that is that the game capture software will not let me sign into YouTube because Google says that it can't get a secure connection to the software. So it's like, oh, we won't let you sign in because we can't secure this connection to this software. Which makes no fucking sense because I already had a YouTube account hooked up to it. So something in the way that they've changed their shit doesn't work with this program that's like probably a couple years old. And I don't know if they've updated the program yet. I could look into it. But like, it doesn't let me stream to YouTube. So, but the fucking open broadcaster won't. I don't know how to make it read the capture card.
Can we switch over to Twitch?
And I know we used to be doing it. It might honestly work if we did switch over to Twitch. Would that be weird for us to just cancel a live stream and go to Twitch?
I don't think so because like
we'd be streaming on I Am Games.
Would that even be weird? We're games. We're playing.
Yeah, I mean we could do that.
Just you have to split the profit with Tom.
Yeah.
Or Mark. You can just split it with Mark.
Yeah. What do you say, chat? Would you be willing to go?
Yeah.
Would you be willing
to continue watching
hang
the
around?
Prezi?
Well, I mean, it's possible I could try to. I don't know if I can fix the way it looks. So, either we can all migrate to Twitch and get a better looking thing, Or this can just be an audio podcast. Sources, right click, add video capture. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't show up in the list. It will not show up. I have video capture device right here. And the options are Logitech HD webcam and XSplit broadcaster. And it does not register the Elgato, even when that other program is closed.
Boba Bickle says, fuck Twitch, stay here for $2. Stay on YouTube. Twitch it is then. Twitch. Audio podcast seems better. Stay here. Go to Twitch. Stay on YouTube. Audio. No. Audio.
I'm like really surprised this is as contentious as it is.
You have to ask yourself whether it's worth losing half your viewers for gamer.
If you go to Twitch, I'm watching Dr. Stone. Not that that wouldn't be a better use of your time anyways.
Dr. Stone is fucking great.
Alright. I guess I'm staying on YouTube. It seems like that's the consensus,
Stream both
right?
at once. Twitch, just do it. Alright.
I didn't expect there to be like a hardcore cutscene right off the bat either.
This game is like intense with the plot.
Yeah, well, I just unlocked like a new world basically. I'm on the second world, I think.
Austin Howell says, "Yo, I went out and got Ryuko. It's awesome."
I'm glad that you like it. I was hoping that people who would really appreciate that would look into it, because I know there are people who really like crime stories and shit and Yakuza stuff. You can see my cousin Boyd being really into that manga. But for me it was kind of like, I think it's cool, but it's not really my thing. Probably the least so of the stuff I've covered on Manga One Days.
I want to read Volume 2. I want to see what happens. I want to know what happened to her mom. Like, invested.
It's really funny that the one I was probably the most critical of was Dead Demons. But that one still got the most views and probably the most people buying the manga because of my associates link, just because they were convinced that they thought it looked cooler than I made it sound, you know? They were just like, oh no, that looks awesome, Inio Asano's cool, I'm buying it, you know? Fuck you, Digi. Oh, maybe I have to grab, oh, I got him. Look at this. This is what makes this game cool.
Somebody said, what you think about the Funimation leaks, bro?
Funimation leaks?
I told you about the dub that they recorded at Funimation Studio.
I mean, I don't understand why, people who work in, anime would be, pearl clutching about, you know, sexual deviancy when, it's been core to, otaku culture, and especially, con culture in the West, you know? You know, I'm pretty sure that in spite of, you know, all the allegations against Vic that were problematic have not really had any,
Alright, this just in for a super chat, by the way. Spencer Franklin with $10 said, "Sorry I missed your past few streams. Kana-Con was enjoyable.
Oh, fuck.
Thoughts on Ano directing the new Pretty Cure film?"
What?
Is that real? Did I miss that? That's fucking lit if it's true.
Did he say Ano?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
The Star Twinkle one? Because that would be fucking amazing.
I do not believe that for a second. Anyway, what I was trying to say was that, you know, regardless of if any of the allegations against Vic that would have got him sent to jail were true, he did cheat on his wife, right? Did they not say that came to light? That, he had sex with people willingly, you know, of adult age. He copped to that, right? I believe I remember Nick Rakita saying that on something we tuned into.
Probably. It's hard for me to keep track of Pro Jared and Vic Mignogna and Monkey, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2019. Who hasn't cheated on their wife?
I haven't.
I'm your manager, though, so if you cheat on me, you'll be SOL.
Yeah.
You won't have an SEO anymore.
It's true. You do. You have managed the SEO. On
You'll have to spend $600 a month.
Are you reading these super chats?
I read it. It was the Pretty Cure one.
Oh, that guy was the one who said that?
Yes.
Okay.
I stopped it immediately when it showed up.
Well, if he's willing to pay $10 to send that message, I feel like it might be true. It's worth looking into.
Ano Precure is an Anime Maru article.
Yeah, okay. That's there you go. Anime Maru is the onion of anime.
Captain Wiggle Muncher says, at Digibro, make the gameplay smaller and yourselves bigger.
Oh, that's a good idea. That way they don't have to look at as much of the obnoxious footage. That doesn't seem like it's as bad as it was. But
Digi Eats Ass for $2 says, is there a big boy raffle this week? Bigger. No, we're not gonna do a raffle this week because of the hurricane. We haven't sent out the prizes for last week's stream either. We're gonna wait till the country is safe again. Does that sound good?
Does it make more sense to have this low or high?
We're high, so well, you're high at least.
Let's just put it over there.
I mean, well, I feel like high is better, right?
Well,
like in the top left
do
corner?
they need to see what's on the ground, or do they need to see like what hazards are coming at me from above?
Well, if you put it in the top left corner, they're
like
not
if you look at it, it just kind of looks like we're blocking the ground itself. Like we're not really even blocking the gameplay that badly.
Okay.
Comparably to what it could be at any other angle.
Digi confirmed leaker of the Tool album.
Did they leak that whole album? I thought it was just out. Or is it out?
Yeah.
Did it leak?
Apparently it's out because people are talking about it in the chat.
Well, I guess I'll have to listen to it. I mean, I was not really impressed with their single, Fear Inoculum. It kind of just sounds like Triad from fucking Lateralis. And it's like, oh, are you just like literally just doing the sound that was like the last time people like, okay, I don't know what the general public response was to 10,000 Days. I liked it at the time it came out. Looking back on it, I don't like it at all. And like, you know, I know Lateralis is like one of their more popular albums. It's the one that probably comes up the most in conversations about like which Tool albums are still beloved to this day. So like, if they were just trying to go back to that sound, then like I understand, but
people are saying to put us on the left side because their chat is covering us, because the chat's also on the right side.
What? The chat is on the right side?
Yeah, if you have it full screen, the chat would be on the right side.
Why is the chat even on screen?
He said that he's watching it on TV, so that's probably why.
Okay, well, I guess
I think you should put it on the left side because it makes way more sense. And I think you should put us in the top corner.
The top corner on the left?
Yeah, that's like a real streamer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's how they really do it. That's how they do it.
Is that how PewDiePie does it?
I don't know. I haven't watched PewDiePie.
PewDiePie! He got 100 million subscribers, that old PewDiePie!
Yes, the chat agrees with me that the top left is the best. Digi Eats Ass for $10 says.
What the fuck
oh
was
my
that?
god, they're fucking coming for us because we watched that Epstein video.
What do you think that was? There's no reason a noise like that should be made in our house. I
have an announcement. Give me 5 researchers to come to a decision. But after I watched episode 16 of Carol and Tuesday, Ghost 6 supremacy might be challenged.
Oh my god.
So Carol and Tuesday might be better than Ghost 6. According to Digi Eats Ass.
Is he saying he has a new favorite anime after all this time?
It's challenged.
I mean, Victor has been hardcore telling me that Carol and Tuesday is like the best. He's like, oh, you gotta watch Carol and Tuesday. It's so fucking good. And I was like, you're the only person who I've heard like being so into that show. And now we've got Butthole Weeb throwing his hat in as well. So what do you think?
But I think we should watch it.
Yeah, based on the recommendation of Butthole Weeb.
I mean, we have to watch it anyways. We're watching every anime ever.
Yeah, we are going to do that. We are going to watch every... That's going to be pretty fucking late into that list. I think we could find an excuse to watch it earlier.
Are we going to watch every anime this year so you can make a top anime? Because that gets you like 300,000 views guaranteed, yes. So you definitely should.
What do you mean? The last one did not get me 300,000 views.
Yes, it did.
No.
Yes, it did.
The best of 2018?
Yes, it got 300,000 at least.
No.
It's higher than that now. Yes, no, it has.
Somebody confirm
Somebody confirm in the chat, but
no.
It's higher than you think.
No. I don't think so.
When will Don Jolly be on the PCP?
Nobody else in the PCP has listened to him yet, I don't think. I have
Anathemy Badesi for $5 says, Carolyn Tuesday is incredibly boring for a Watanabe show.
Well, Victor and Butthole Weeb are both big fans. So, make of that what you will. I liked the first episode a whole lot, so I have every intention of continuing the show. But, I'll make my own decision about whether I think it's retarded or not. Sometimes Victor likes shit that I think is retarded.
His top 2018 vid only has 114 views.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm confusing it for the Devilman video.
Yes, the
because it has a Devilman thumbnail, right?
It has Devilman in the thumbnail,
yeah,
yes.
That's probably why.
But the Devilman Crybaby instant AOTY video is closer to 300K.
That's lame. That's not even worth doing it.
That's what I only do it because I like it, It's like a prestige project, right? Because it makes people say, "Oh, this is the best top 20 on YouTube," because it's the only one where you can tell the guy watched every anime. Oh wow, I might not agree with his top 10 picks because I would have put fucking Shingeki no Kyojin season 3 in there. However, nonetheless, I think it's I never even heard of Penguin fucking Highway or Aikatsu Friends or fucking whatever other bullshit he put in there that nobody else fucking talks about.
Chat, I have not heard of Alec
For honor.
Haloka. I don't know who that is. Could somebody fill me in the chat? I don't have my phone with me. I can't look it up.
Fuck.
Let's see. I can't believe Digi is playing this with his eyes closed. Thank you, Digi, for turning me to Don Jolly. You should tell Ben to go listen to him.
I think
Ben wouldn't like him.
He might. I feel like I think Munchie would like him a lot.
Munchie would definitely be into him. I don't know about Ben though. Ben is too far gone at this point.
I feel like Jesse would really enjoy the Epstein shit,
Yeah, I think Jesse would like it. I think
Jesse
Nate,
would like that podcast we just listened to, the
oh my God.
Your Inner Cosmonaut podcast.
Conrad put that on his computer and he was listening to it through Spotify and his computer just crashed in the middle of it.
Oh, my computer went through all kinds of problems right after I started listening to that podcast.
Apparently Alec Holloway is the dev of Night in the Woods and just got #MeToo'd.
Oh God, everybody's getting Me Too'd out there.
Yeah, I stand.
Everybody's Me Too'd for the
I stand
weekend.
against the hate mob, and each case is its own. You should consider the facts, but the Me Too movement is disgusting.
All right, check it out. I am buying costumes for my Yoshi.
But
the way that costumes work
green
in this
squash.
game is
oh my God, it's so cute.
They're like.
Oh my God.
Well, I guess you'll see after I unlock them all.
What is it?
Because if you haven't seen it, you gotta
view the mole. The mole's really cute.
You will not be prepared for what these costumes are. It's literally your Yoshi inside of a box that they made. Like me wearing my GameCube costume on Halloween as a child. Just riding in a fucking
What if there
thing.
was a GameCube skin?
And it works as a shield.
Yeah, it's really cool. Does it take damage?
Yeah, it'll eventually get knocked off you. This one's my favorite.
Do you think the rare ones take more hits? Is that maybe why they're considered rare?
I mean, I really don't know.
Hey,
is live streaming going to be a regular thing? I mean, we've done it literally every Friday for 2.5 months.
Except when we were at Otakon. But yeah, we should do live streams every Friday. Even if we're not home, we should do a weird walking vlog video.
Yeah, I don't want people to think this is an abnormal occurrence. I mean, It's not usually me playing Yoshi, but I do stream every Friday.
Well, this is an ad for it. We usually stream Pokemon Soul Silver. We're doing a Nuzlocke of it.
Yes.
It's on hiatus right now because I have to
reformat
it and edit it, and it's a 3-hour one.
So what happened was that your laptop that you were using died.
My laptop died.
Okay, we back. Why does it seem like we have way more people in this chat than usual?
I don't know.
How many fucking viewers do we have right now? Is this like the right time of day to stream?
Maybe it's a better time to stream. Hey, peoples. You can hear us now.
What's going on in this game right now?
All right,
I'm in like an auto-scrolling level. Like the one time I absolutely need to be paying attention.
You're talking about my computer. Yeah, I was using Conrad's old Samsung laptop that he... When did you buy it?
I had got it like a few years prior.
The laptop is still the same price as when you bought it. I looked it up online.
Yeah, it's
still like $1,000
laptop. And I had bought it just because I had broken 3 laptops and I wanted to get one that was like higher level so it'd have like a stronger build and just be better all around. And it was... But, like, when it did finally break, it was, like, one of the least offensive things that had probably ever happened to it, you know? Which was just, like, barely falling from a slanted position on the ground to flat on the ground. So, it was pretty ridiculous that it happened.
Monsoon, put your question back in the chat. I'm sorry that I missed it. I think it was the one about Cowboy Bebop, but I don't remember. Just retype it. I'll ask him.
But, what was I saying?
You're talking about the fact that I was using your laptop that has been broken.
Yeah, it's been broken as a laptop, so you wanted a laptop anyways. But then the thing just stopped cooperating with the screen, and we were like, well, we don't really have time to figure out how to fucking fix this
let me explain
before this laptop
the computer that
needed.
I was using. It was a laptop with an HDMI cord plugged into an additional monitor, but like the laptop display did not work, so I just like had a computer monitor with like a keyboard and mouse plugged onto the side, but it was like running through a laptop and it was shit. And I mean the laptop is fine, but it just like was
it's a
really
good ass
weird.
laptop power wise, so like you were editing videos on it, you were using Vegas on it, and like several videos were, you know, in the process of being made, but like the thing just, it was like, well, we don't know how to fix this. So we just kind of had you basically play Fire Emblem for a few days and then your dad bought you a computer. So, like,
oh
May
my god, you weren't
supposed
to say that.
What?
Oh no.
What?
Because the farms are going to fucking be like, oh, her parents are paying for everything.
I mean, your dad did buy you a computer because it was like an emergency.
Yeah,
like, hey.
I mean, I was just going to ask him to like, oh, can you maybe like send me some money so we can like, so I can buy a laptop?
Well, yeah,
I don't have enough to buy one right now.
That's the other thing. You were going to go in on it with him, and I had even offered to buy it for you because I just considered it necessary, you know? But like your dad was like determined to be the one who paid for it.
Ass has a question for us. For $5. I may have to swipe one bone show for another. I'm terrified. GoSick has been at the top of my throne since August 2013. I need an adult. Help, please.
I know this feel, dude. I've changed favorite anime many times.
Yep.
It's hard, but you know, you'll always remember the time when the other one was your favorite, and you'll still feel fondly about it. Besides,
like
it seems like it will still be your second
concubine.
favorite.
It's like you still love your wife, but you also love your second wife. It's fine. That's the natural
House
process.
cut and straight, we'll measure the same.
Oh my god, I saw this person named Anon Yamos in our chat, and it's supposed to just be anonymous, but I thought it was Amos E for a second, and I'm like, oh my god, he's back, guys. He's back on the internet.
Run away.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to see if that person ever asked their question.
I feel like I got halfway through 3 different tangents that I never got back to. I don't remember what any of them were.
We were just talking about that I got a new computer and I haven't edited. I edited manga Monday, but May, where are your videos? My videos are on Pantsuit Party on YouTube, or Corrupting Your Kids on YouTube, or just the new Manga Monday,
or these videos right here. Or the 200 videos in your every video featuring
Actually,
Pantsuit Party
yes,
playlist.
There is a playlist that has all the videos featuring me. If you type in every video,
is it closer to 200 or 300
May,
now?
It's just over 200. Because there was like a long period where I was not regularly appearing in videos until we started like doing Finish or Fail again. So, yep, it's there.
But you have been. It's really funny because you've been in more YouTube videos about anime than a lot of people who are identified as AniTubers, but you are never included in AniTuber lists because you haven't made that many videos actively on your channel. And so, like...
Yeah, I mean, all of the content that I'm in is, like, usually combined with you, so it makes sense that I wouldn't be, but it's just funny because it's, like, I've been doing this, like, full-time almost for a year and a half. Like, when am I gonna fucking have my own stands?
Yeah.
I get fucking talked about on the Kiwi Farms. Like,
yeah.
This is a thing that's, like, really funny that, like... So, I announced that I was going to college, which I have said before for, like, months that I was, like, gonna go back to college, but whatever. And there was like this whole like a whole thread about me going back to college, and it's just like, do you really not have anything better to do than talk about me going back to school part-time? Like, how interesting is that? But yeah, I'm just going back part-time to community college. Like, I just want to get my associates and then figure out what I'm going to be, you know, what I want to do moving forward. But it's not expensive to obtain an associate's, and I'm very close to getting my degree, so why not make the steps to get it done and then move forward from there? But,
you know, if you address the things that are said about you on the farms, they're just going to start saying things about you.
You can't address the things said about you on the farms, because that's what Asperger and shit does. Yeah. They go on the farms and make an account of them, and then their account gets banned because you have to prove it's you. And it's just like, you're not supposed to go on the farms. Like, you're supposed to just let it happen. You're not supposed to, like, intervene. Because it's interesting what people are going to say about you. Yeah, but see,
the thing is, they're not going to treat it the same way in reverse. They're going to try...
Andy Watcher for $1.99 says, please say trans rights.
Trans rights. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying, though?
No, I know.
They're gonna be like...
It's just funny because it's your page.
Yeah.
And it's, like, very mundane. Grab my phone, okay.
I can just check right here.
I'll grab it because I want it.
No, I already did it. We have 192. I think that is better than normal, right? It's odd.
Something like that. I
well,
don't know.
If you're new, we're just letting you know this is what usually happens on our stream, is that the audio shits out every 20 minutes or so, and I have to restart the stream.
Do you know what the problem is?
I think it's just that we're running so much shit at the same time, and like the computer itself powers the microphone.
Yeah.
Because it's using phantom power. So powering the microphone and powering the stream seems to be a big load on just the power supply of the computer itself.
Do you need a more powerful computer?
I don't know, maybe, but like the problem really in this case is that we have to use this strange setup where I have both the game capture and the fucking thing.
Somebody's trying to get my attention. They say,
it's also
May,
powering the game
me.
capture.
Have you seen the vids Don Jolly made with Sam Hyde?
No, we have not watched those yet.
Boba Bickle for $2 says, talking about it's the worst thing you can do. Is that in regards to the audio or in regards to the Kiwi Farms? Because I want them to talk more about me. That's why I bring it up. It's like, you know, what could be more lolcow than, you know, acknowledging the fact that you are a lolcow and that it hurts your feelings. But, you know, it's also fun because it might turn me on to have my feelings hurt. My 3 favorite manga authors are we have another $2 super chat. I'll read your chat in a second. For $2, Jacob Wagner says, would you still say never go to any school?
What do you mean?
It's, you know, and do you hate college or you say school is evil?
Just college or all school?
It just says school. Apparently I need to go back to school because I can't read, but...
What does it say?
It's what it said. I read it to you.
So it's all school, right?
Yeah, any school.
I think that... Oh, fuck. I think that it's probably in your best interest to go to school because of the fact that you need to have at least some training of what is being expected of people in society. Because people who are homeschooled sometimes...
Yeah, they have very strange mannerisms and expectations and understandings about how the world operates.
Exactly. And so, like... And it's not that they can't just, like, understand that fact and, cope with it in, just, like, by understanding how to respond to the way other people act. But it's just, like, when you're in school, you have a direct relationship with all kinds of people, at least as many people as exist within your community, and it's not that people who are homeschooled don't have any community fucking, I mean, that is still a form of school,
yes.
There's still something there, but, like, having no schooling whatsoever is like, well, you're just not going to know anything, somebody's got to teach you something in your life if you want to learn anything. I mean, maybe you just get trained from fucking birth to be a blacksmith or something. That's fine. You could probably have a happy life like that, You just gotta want to be a blacksmith at the end of the day.
We just live in a society that expects you to have been to school. Like, people without a high school diploma don't have any opportunity for jobs. Like,
I mean, you can get a GED and, like, you can still get jobs,
Yeah, but I mean, most things are not like that. Like, it's not... The world isn't made for people to break the rules like that.
Yeah.
And, like, if you still get a GED, you probably still went to school.
Right.
Like,
that's the thing.
The government mandates you to attend school.
There's definitely a difference between getting a GED. I mean, that's why the GED exists, is basically to say, that you didn't do nothing. You made it mostly to the end, and you could test on most of the knowledge. You just didn't finish high school, traditionally. But yeah, I mean, my dad only has his GED. He never got a high school diploma, and he's...
All right, Monsoon asked, my question was, what did you think of Cowboy Bebop versus Samurai Champloo? Will Champloo be remembered as a classic like Bebop? I have to pee-pee, please respond.
I think Champloo is currently remembered as a classic depending on where you live. I think part of it is that, like, Cowboy Bebop was successful everywhere. Like, it was successful in Japan... It was successful in the U.S. It was successful in fucking, Europe. I don't know how Samurai Champloo was in Europe, but I don't think it was that successful in Japan. I think it was mostly successful in the West. And that was kind of true of, like, the early Manglobe shows. Like, both Samurai Champloo and Ergo Proxy were, like, more successful in the West than they were in Japan at a time when anime could be that, because it was, like, a burgeoning industry.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think that because of the fact that the economic collapse happened when Michiko to Hatchin came out, and that was a show that, like, takes place in Brazil. Like, it had Shinichiro Watanabe doing the soundtrack design. It's made by Manglobe, who's only ever had success in the West. So, like, I think it was made for Westerners, but it didn't get licensed because the licensors were all, like, going belly up, but it did later. Like, eventually, 4 or 5 years later, it finally got licensed and came to Adult Swim. But by that point, Brainspace had already... I mean, not Brainspace, but, although they had the same story, Manglobe had already, like, given up on doing those kinds of, like, original experimental shows, and they had started doing adaptations, So it's like, Michiko to Hatchin getting big later didn't suddenly save the studio, and it didn't even get that big, probably, DVD sales-wise.
Right.
And then, like, the last few things they did, were kind of interesting. They did Samurai Flamenco. That was fucking weird. And then they suddenly died. So that's, what the fuck is going on?
All right, from Harrison Cho. Hey, Digi, what would you think about doing mal reviews where you judge and try to figure out a person through their mal list? And maybe talking to them afterwards, like with patrons or something.
That's dumb. I don't think I could learn that much about anybody. Well, you clearly like moe shows because you've given 10 out of 10 to every moe show, and you don't seem to like action shows because you give low scores to action shows. Like, yeah, real deep analysis there, buddy.
Like with the 3x3, it's like a little bit more of the person's like taste. And even so far as like what images they choose to represent the show.
Yes, and like with the 3x3s, there's an element of identity to it where like you want to present yourself as a person who likes these kinds of shows. So like you might sincerely just be picking your top 9 favorites, and it might just be that like, but that's the person that you want to be, is the guy who likes those 9 shows, you know? Like a lot of guys who it's just like all manly mecha shows. It's like you don't want to be a guy who has a moe show on your list, you know? I mean, not to say that you would like those shows if you did watch them. You might not, but like you would not want to represent yourself that way because it just doesn't resonate with your self-identity, you know? So that's why I think those are interesting. They're like Tumblr bios, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
For your anime taste. Oh my god, look at this level!
It's so cute.
This is the creamiest fucking level. It's like searing my eyes, it's so bright. I'm eating the candies.
Oh my god.
What's going on in the chat? Anybody asking any interesting questions or anything like that? It looks like there's a lot of people.
New question. I mean, the chat's it's kind of stagnant right now, but Digi, what's your opinion on people writing off certain mecha dramas as Ava clones? Ralph Ifan comes to mind, but also Argento Soma or Fanfare of the Blue Sky.
Okay, well...
Fafner of the Blue Sky.
Yeah. The thing is that a lot of those shows, like, they definitely only exist because of Ava, but that doesn't make them necessarily just Ava clones. It's like, you know, Ava caused there to be a spark in this genre of like dark, heady mecha shows, but like they all had a variety of influences, and some of them had some of the same people who worked on Ava working on them, you know? So it's like, it's not even unusual that they would be Ava-like if they have the same staff, you know? But like Razafon, for instance, takes a lot of influence from like Yusha Raydeen, I think, which is another like, you know, 70s mecha show. So it's like, whereas Ava takes more from Ideon, you know, Razafon takes from Raydeen, I guess. I don't even fucking know because I've never seen Raydeen. But like, that's the way it's been sort of pitched by mecha fans. And so it's like, yeah, you could call it an Ava clone because it definitely... It has, like, scenes that literally look nearly identical to scenes from Ava. Like, Ghost Lightning did a whole post about this, how, like, he was saying, you know, it's fine to talk about how Razafon is unique from Ava, but if you're, like, pretending
one fat shy guy. Did you see him?
Yeah. But, like, if you're pretending that Razafon didn't take anything from Ava at all, then you're lying to yourself, you know, because there's shots that are, like, literally, shot for shot, the same as shots from Ava, you know? But nonetheless, I do think it's a worthwhile show, and it's an interesting like starting point for Studio Bones. I still have never seen Argento Soma. I've always wanted to, though. You know, I've heard some good things about it, but it just doesn't seem like very well remembered. Like most of those early 2000s mech shows, nobody fucking talks about them anymore. I think just because, you know, nobody goes back to that era, really. Most people go back to like 2006, 2007 if they're going to go back to the last decade.
Digi, if you end up dropping Vinland Saga because the manga is better, will you end up ever picking up the manga again? It's pretty peng, bruh.
I think I probably will because I have been reading Planetes for the next Manga Mondays that I'm going to do after Spy X Family. And I'm enjoying that. So if I just read through all of that and was like, well, this author only has 2 works, so I could do his whole mangaography by just reading the 2 of those, you know? 'Cause he's been doing Vinland Saga for fucking ever now. It's been that, like, coming out since, like, 2005, I think?
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Oh, boy.
People were asking if you've seen the monkey sex tape.
No.
There's 3 now. Update.
Apparently, I mean, the story that's going around is that one of them is a sex tape of him having sex with her in her sleep. And it's labeled as the rape tape. So I don't know the veracity of any of that, but that is just what's going around and what I believe she is saying.
I don't even know anymore. Like, I just, like, will occasionally, like, keep up with it, but there's just so much.
Yeah.
It's, like, ridiculous.
Well, you know.
No, I have not seen the latest two because I do not want to be part of complicit in a crime, if that is the case.
Exactly.
They both got issues, though.
Yeah.
Argento Soma has a sweet first episode, but glacial pacing until the final few episodes, where it gets great again. It's definitely held down by pacing issues, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Well, what is the longest game you've ever played?
The longest game I've ever played? I mean, the most time I've ever spent playing one game is probably like Super Smash Bros. Melee or Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2 on the GameCube or Terra Online. But like none of those is like a game. Oh, he brought it up to me. Okay, interesting mechanic. Not explained very well. Like, yeah, what the fuck was I literally just saying?
Talking about the longest game you've ever played.
Yes, fucking... None of those games is like a traditional game, in the terms of like how you don't beat them, you know? Terra's an MMO, and
Captain Wiggle
Smash
Muncher
Bros.
with
Is a
5
fighting
euros
game.
just says Tarantino.
Like, I've played a few 55-hour JRPGs, but I don't think I've played anything like that was like 100 hours long, you know?
Hello, at Digibro, are you a male or female?
I am a male.
Yes.
But you need the like awkward squeaking semi-question mark at the end.
Pounds, not euros. I see. What are your thoughts on Psycho Pass's new sequel?
I hope it's good, but I'm not going to expect it to be good. My motto on all things in life, and I know I'm going to have to repeat this forever because, you know, but it's one of those things you have to say it over and over again, is high hopes, low expectations. High hopes, low expectations.
And that's the life of an anime fan.
Yes, exactly. High hopes, low expectations.
You have to be an optimist to be an anime fan.
Yes. But you also have to have low expectations.
You just have to be like, realistic. Like,
yeah. You have to
optimistic,
be like,
but like
this,
grounded in reality.
This has a high percentage chance of sucking. And in the case of Psycho Pass 3, Psycho Pass 2 already sucked. You know? Like, it's already happened. The seal has been broken on Psycho Pass sucking. There's no way to predict what the quality of any one will be because we're not looking into the minds of Production IG, you know? If they view Psycho Pass 2 as a failure, then it's possible that they won't want to do that again. And they'll be trying to make it good again. The movie was just okay, though. Like, the movie looked good. It was clearly written by Butch Gen. It had some themes from the show, but mostly it was just like a lot of action, and it was pretty unnecessary, you know? The action looked good, but it wasn't really the point of fucking Psycho Pass.
And Doname gave me $10 and said, "Hey, Mommy May, had to take care of my 2 little cousins this last month because my grandmother has been sick. I'll send you audios soon, Mom. Take your time after once I do know you're going back to school."
I don't even know if I believe him.
I believe it. If he keeps sending money, I'll believe it. I could just like preemptively edit the video, just like, you know, before I get the audio.
I can't even tell if it's a meme.
please, your voice is the only thing that keeps me going.
So, yeah. I wonder if people have to reload every single fucking time that it goes out.
People are saying it's good now. Well, you were saying you were giving your advice on
the blank page.
The blank page.
What
is it called? Writer's block.
How do you face the blank page when writing? Okay, I gotta figure out which one of these is the fucking happy one. It's that one right there. Bam. Get fucked.
What are those flower cookies? This game is making
They're
me hungry.
Hanamarus.
I want them.
In Japanese kindergarten, when you do something good, you get a flower circle, a Hanamaru.
Is it a candy?
No, it's just a sticker that you get.
Oh.
It's like it's like
in America you get Smarties. The shittiest candy.
Did that really happen for you? I don't. Wait, I think I remember getting Smarties
it happened to me every time, but it doesn't matter if I lived in New York or Pennsylvania. Like my teachers would give me Smarties.
I think I remember that from elementary school, from like maybe one class. But yeah. Anyway.
How many of you in the chat got Smarties as a kid?
We're talking about kindergarten.
I want to know if this is like a shared. I mean, yeah.
Like that's why the show Hanamaru Kindergarten exists.
It's very cute.
Because they're Hanamarus.
Like we get more gold stars in the West.
Yeah.
Flowers.
It's the same thing as that. Yeah. It's the same thing as the gold stars. But they're cuter than gold stars.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat are like, I got Smarties.
Amazing. It was a global phenomenon.
Are we going to talk about when you said the N-word?
What? Oh, you mean you?
I don't know. I guess college is more important to talk about, I guess. That's what the discourse is at. Somebody in the chat had asked what my favorite anime is, and I'm gonna give the basic bitch answer because it's the right answer. It's Ava. I fucking would watch Ava over and over again if I could. It's my favorite. I watched it for the first time like a year ago, and it was so good.
And you immediately like rewatched it.
Yeah, immediately.
But I think in fast forward or something.
I watched it a little bit sped up, but like I was also fucking blazed both times I watched it, and it was great.
Ava is a great show to watch high.
Oh boy.
Every fucking image of it is memorable. I think we watched like the whole show in a day, like fucking really high, like.
Oh my god.
Maybe 2 days.
People in the chat are trying to say that like UK Smarties are more like M&Ms. And it's like, you lucky bastards. We got like pieces of chalk candy, and they were awful.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember Necco wafers? I hope not, because they're torturous.
They're not like Japanese style Nekko Necco wafers.
Somebody said the way you eat Smarties is crushing them between your tongue.
I should have been eating those guys all along.
Of your mouth at May. No, the way to eat Smarties is you fucking snort them. You grind them up and snort them. And then they made pixie sticks, and nobody ever had Smarties again.
That's true. Fuck. I missed that.
Are you guys doing anything for the holiday weekend? Yes, we're buying a washer and dryer.
Hell yeah.
That's what our that's what we're doing.
Damn, it's about time.
I've already started school, so like it's not really a holiday weekend.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Do you still talk to Anthony Fantano?
I have not talked to Anthony Fantano in quite some time, but I think he still follows me on Twitter. And he follows like everybody on Twitter. But you know, I don't think he would be averse to hearing from me yet.
Damn.
Landana just gave us $20.
Take your time. Also let me know how much you want, because I need you to make me that thumbnail as well. Should be fun. Also, when are you roasting my top 30? Did you, Dad?
As I do the rants over the next few days.
Do it with May. Fun 30-minute rant.
Oh, yeah, God. I'll do He's expecting our rant to go on for half an hour.
It'll probably go on longer, honestly.
I hope not. I try to not have them go on for half an hour.
Somebody asked if you and May got a pet, what would it be? I'd want like a hermit crab. I've always wanted a hermit crab. I never got to have one.
I imagine they don't live very long.
No, they usually don't, but like they're still pretty cute. And then you can put a bunch of like shells and shit in their cage. I wanted to get one when I was a freshman in college, but like my parents wouldn't get me one.
Making way too much progress. If you just play the levels straight through, it's like you get to experience a lot of new things quickly, but you feel like you played badly because you should have gotten everything. And I've already been to so many fucking worlds. I only played this game for a couple hours, and I've already been to that many places.
I mean, it's a baby's game.
But there's so much stuff in it.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be, like, easy to beat.
This guy wants 5 milk bottles back in the first level. I
googled it, and it looks like hermit crabs live up for 20 years. I don't know about that, but, Clanum Dax with, 199 pounds said, "What's the longest film either of you have seen?"
Longest film?
Is that a pound or a euro? Somebody please, let me know, because I'm pretty sure it's a euro.
Fucking the third fucking Lord of the Rings movie is pretty goddamn long. It's like 3.5 hours long.
It's definitely long. Wasn't, the second Christopher Nolan Batman movie long as fuck, too?
The Dark Knight? That was, 2 hours
No, the one
45.
after that.
The Dark Knight Rises? I don't fucking remember. I mean, I know all those, we don't watch any of those new Avengers movies, but I'm pretty sure those are long as shit. I mean, even the first Avengers was, almost 3 fucking hours,
most movies now are, 3 hours.
Yeah. Movies have gotten long as fuck. But, I mean, and Quentin Tarantino has some fucking long-ass movies.
I don't know, man. My ass starts to hurt if I'm, in a theater for longer than 3 hours, so I hope that there's, more shorter films. They don't need to be so long. Let's see. Pounds. People are saying it's pounds. What is the symbol for euros, then? I'm being educated.
Pounds.
No, I know, but I did it wrong the first time. Okay, a euro is okay. I'll learn that forever. Did you see Midsummer? It was a long haul.
No, we do not go to the fucking movies unless it's to see, re-releases of anime movies.
And those are expensive.
They are.
I mean, it's worth it to go see an anime film, but it's there's a premiere every month basically. Premiere is coming out this month.
Yeah, it's worth it to go for stuff.
Millennium Actress was a couple weeks ago.
It's worth it to go for either stuff that's new or that is fucking boss or you just never got to see. It was cool seeing Whisper of the Heart because we had never got to see it, but at the same time, I almost wish I had seen it because I'm sure it would have been more magical if I didn't have the shitty fucking theater experience, of people laughing at the fucking
Lynn
songs.
Donovan gave us $2 and said, "May, I'll pay for thumbnails." Will you do, mommy? Yes, I'll make you a thumbnail. No problem. I expected to have to make a thumbnail from editing. Oh boy. They're doing a theatrical run of Belladonna near me. Should I go?
Well,
yes, do it.
If you're into drugs, then you should do drugs if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because it's intense.
It's a good movie, though. It would be good to see in theaters.
It's
not too long, either.
Yeah, I think it's 90 minutes, but it feels longer than it is because it's fucking so much shit goes on in it.
Whisper of the Heart sucks in comparison to The Cat Returns. I don't know. I haven't seen The Cat Returns, but I really liked Whisper of the Heart. Lee J42 for $2 says, "Favorite album this year?"
I fucking did it. I beat this place, and now it's got fucking... This is why I love this shit.
What's your favorite album this year?
This year so far? Has anything good come out? You got
The new King Gizzard.
The new King Gizzard's alright. The new Denzel Curry is pretty good.
It's too short, though.
It is too short, but I mean, it's a short but sweet album. All the songs on it are good. Fucking JPEG Mafia's got an album coming out that's probably going to be good. If fucking City Morgue puts out another album, it'll probably be good.
Jeff gave us 25 Ron and said,
"Okay,
how come you haven't made any videos about Casher and Sins? It's your only 10 rated TV anime that you haven't made a video about."
It's 10 rated on the Mal review that I gave it. I don't have a score for it currently because, I have not rewatched it since 2008. And I don't give scores to anything that I haven't rewatched since, 2014. And even then, there's some stuff that, I need to rewatch to really consider my score on it, But, my tastes change a lot over time, and I've also become attuned to different things in what I watch than I used to be. Like, I don't know. I think after getting into, like, really scrutinizing Ghibli films down to their core and, like, recognizing just how much is packed into movies like Grave of the Fireflies, like, how much symbolism, how much really beautiful artwork, how much, like, incredible animation, you know, like, even if it's not one of my favorite movies, like, just recognizing how much can be done in an animation raises your expectations for everything else. And that's why I think there's a lot of those guys who, like, they get really into Takahata and, like, art house and experimental films, and then they just never go back to TV anime. You know, like, they can't bring themselves to fucking watch it. They're just like, well, you know, I just like to watch exquisitely made films and talk about them.
And that is not TV anime.
And then they go back and they watch, like, all of World Masterpiece Theater, and, like, you know, they watch TV anime here and there, but they'll always be like, man, I don't know if anything that's coming out now is, like, on the level of when these guys were working in the TV industry, you know?
Lindaname said, are you still doing rants on After Dark for $2?
$2?
Yes.
What?
No, $2. That's what he gave us in the super chat. $2. Yes. Lindaname, you still doing rants on After Dark? Yes. Did you just lazy as fuck?
I mean, what the fuck else would why would that even be?
No, they're going on the main channel now. Everything's dying.
Yeah, fuck the main channel for real this time.
There was a question on here that I wanted to ask, but I can't remember. Oh no. Did anyone play Yoshi's Woolly World? That game was around that time. I lost interest in the series. I never played that or this game.
In what series? The Yoshi series?
Or Mario in general, but yeah, probably.
Okay, so here's the thing. It only takes like 10 seconds, but it's always the longest 10 seconds of your life, isn't it?
And it's always right when you're about to go into a new story or answer a question.
Yeah. That's just the algorithm trying to fuck me once again. You know what I'm saying?
You were talking about Yoshi Woolly World.
Right. Well, I was talking about Kirby's Epic Yarn because, like, I love that game. And
did you get Epstein?
Again.
For the fourth time today.
Yeah. I loved Kirby's Epic Yarn because it's got, like, it's just very rich with detail. It has a lot of, like, cutesy fun things that happen. Like, when you unlock new areas, there's, like, these little animations that play out that are really fun, and they change the whole nature of the map that you're playing on. And, like, the aesthetic is just beautiful, and the game is fun to play. Like, people give it a lot of shit for the fact that you basically can't die, but, like, I don't really care. Like, I just want to play the game and have fun, and, like, I think the controls are, you know, they're intuitive and make sense. Like, yeah, it's hard to fail at the game, but,
the live stream is still dead for a bunch of people, but it's up for other people, too.
They gotta reload.
Well, sometimes it's YouTube's fault. Like, sometimes they'll refresh.
Yeah, well, you know, can't be helped. They'll just have to listen back to the VOD to hear this sick story. Anyway. Yeah, so, like, I really like Epic Yarn, but then they made Yoshi's Woolly World, like, basically updating the technology of how they got the yarn look. Because, like, with Yoshi's Woolly World, they use, like, some kind of weird, like, integration of camera, like photography and CG to get the look. I don't know exactly how they did it, but it looked really cool. And this game kind of looks like that too, but, like, Woolly World was all about the yarn, much like Epic Yarn had been, whereas this game is like a mixed media aesthetic of all kinds of different arts and crafts, and which makes it more similar to Yoshi's story. And, like, it's kind of more of a straightforward platformer for the most part than Yoshi's Story is, which makes it more similar to, to they all have such similar fucking names to, the other one. But but Crafted World also has, like, you go back through the levels and accomplish different tasks. So, like, you know, there's a lot of reasons to go back through places and try to get, like, you know, everything you missed, which again gives it a feeling that's more similar to you know, Yoshi's Story. So yeah, it's an interesting game. That's why I wanted to play it very badly, and I spent all month trying to convince myself to buy this game. Then I finally did, and now we're here.
We're here. Didn't remember Yoshi games having Koopa shells. I'm gonna leave the stream to watch some Digibro. Which do you like less? Onigairu or Bunny Girl Senpai?
Bunny Girl Senpai seemed more immediately obnoxious.
Yeah. Somebody keeps asking you about your opinions on a Minecraft anime.
Why?
Like, I have no idea if that would be good, because it depends on, like, who's gonna make it, because there's, like, no story to Minecraft. But
why?
also, just, like,
For
you can
purpose?
do so many creative things with Minecraft anyways. Like, I don't know if it would be good in anime.
Why do you want it to be an anime?
I don't know. It's Minecraft, though.
Why would anybody want Minecraft to be...
I feel like there might, like, be a Minecraft movie that they might make. Like, a live-action movie. They already made the Lego movies, you know?
Where the fuck is the fucking fish?
Somebody asked if you would do a Disney cast with Munchie, because he loves Disney movies, and...
I honestly don't want to have to watch the Disney movies.
Right.
Like, when I was doing it with Tolentino, I had a bit more reverence for the Empire as, like, okay, Disney has made all these films that a lot of people consider classic, that a lot of people, you know, have fond memories of. And I have memories of watching Disney movies as a kid. So let's look back on them all and see how good they are. But I really did not like most of them. You know, like most of the ones that people consider classics.
Did you watch them in order, or did you just watch random ones?
We started from the beginning for the Disney cast, and then basically it went like this. When we were doing Disney cast, we were starting from the very beginning and watching our way up. We made it up through, like, Cinderella, like Sleeping Beauty. I think we had watched Sleeping Beauty, but didn't end up talking about it. I don't really remember, but you know, we had watched like 9 or so movies, and I just had not really loved any of them, you know? Like, there was a couple that I thought were okay, like Dumbo, or, like, that had impressive animation. Like, Bambi has impressive animation.
For $5 says, I'm low-key garbage at JRPGs. I keep getting killed on the first boss of Tales of Vesperia. My drunk ass needs you to battle me on X and Y tonight.
What makes you think, like, on Pokemon X and Y? Why would I do that? I don't even have... Look, I have full friend codes on that game from the Brony era. I cannot even add new friend codes to my DS because of how many people
It'd be traumatizing to look at that friends list.
Yes.
You think FNGR is on there?
People don't have names. They're just friend codes.
They don't have names? I've never had friend codes because, like, I would just use, like, people who are close to me with, like, local link cable.
Well, I've been trying to find this stupid fucking flat fish that's supposed to be on the sea floor, but I can't find it anywhere.
Have you played DKC Tropical Freeze?
We played a little bit of it one time when we were, like, drunk or high or something, and you were really into it. And I thought it was just okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was fun. I liked it.
But we only played it for, like, an hour. I do have it, though.
Why don't you watch Marvel movies at Digibro?
I have no interest in them. They're not really my kind of thing.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I think a lot of people want to be a part of the cultural zeitgeist and just watch the Marvel movies because they're the only movies people talk about.
Well, I also think a lot of people just like them.
Well, yeah, but I don't care. Like, I like Iron Man.
I like the Guardians of the Galaxy. If they make a third one, I'll probably watch that.
I had to be told to like it, basically. I had to like rewatch it and like have somebody give me commentary on it and explain to me why it's good, and then I liked it after that.
I don't think I found the fucking fish I was here to find.
It sucks. I just fucking hate Disney, and I would never give Disney my money voluntarily.
I hope it wasn't supposed to be on the flip side, and I just played the level the wrong fucking way. Gotta go talk to the guy
Bickle for $2 says, early Disney is trash. 80s through 2000 is best.
I don't like that stuff either, though. Because that's the thing. I ended up then watching, because my first girlfriend was really into those Disney movies. So I watched a bunch of them with her, and I was not into any of them. Fucking The Little Mermaid, I could not stand. Fucking Beauty and the Beast, I could not stand.
Little Mermaid is trash, and Beauty and the Beast is, like, mediocre.
The only one I really liked was fucking,
Hercules?
Hercules is okay. The ending is kind of shitty. But, Hunchback of Notre Dame is pretty good. And I had never seen that as a kid. So I was like, oh, this one's actually pretty good.
Landonime for $2 says,
and, Lilo and Stitch.
Shit, Digi, you're scared to battle me.
I like Lilo and Stitch.
I like Mulan. But the live-action Mulan seems awful.
Would the ocean floor be in
Didn't you say you
level?
liked 101 Dalmatians?
As, like, a little kid, I did. Like, when I was, like, 4.
What about... Is it Treasure Planet? What's the one where they go under... Or Atlantis? How do you feel about the Atlantis one?
I never saw that.
I watched that one somewhat recently, like, a couple of years ago. And it was, like, not good at all. I could see why that one flopped. The Emperor's New Groove.
I do like The Emperor's New Groove, in fairness.
Yeah. It's fine.
I
don't love it, though.
Yeah, it's not like one of my favorite movies or anything, but I do like that movie. And I like a lot of the Pixar movies just fine, but none of them are like one of my favorites or anything, you know? They're all just fine. Okay.
Oh boy.
Test. It looks good now. Did you guys get me saying... What did I say?
You said The Lion King was trash.
Oh yeah, I said I fucking hate The Lion King.
I think you have a stand, and it's Rotom, and it keeps messing with the technology around you.
I guess so. I am in a constant state of technological fucking meltdown. Because the hour-and-a-half long Let's Play I filmed of this game last night does not seem to have appeared onto the hard drive that it was supposed to be saved to. And also that hard drive, like, it is not letting me access it. It keeps saying it needs to be scanned and fixed, but it won't, like, succeed at the scan and fix. So I gotta try to plug it into May's computer and see if that'll work. But, I'll be really pissed off if something happened to that hard drive. Because that's where all my shit is. In the last, like, 6 months, maybe? At least since we moved in.
Thoughts on Invader Zim movie? Zim or Dib?
I never saw any of Invader Zim in the first place. Like, I never saw it on TV. I've never seen any of it. Even though I follow Yonan Vasquez on Twitter.
We should watch the movie. I, like, was afraid of Invader Zim as a child because, like, they talked about liver and, like, gross things, and I just thought it was really gross.
I never... It just was not on...
I was a little too young for it, I guess.
It was on Nickelodeon, and I did not watch Nickelodeon, particularly not at the time when it was on there.
Goblin Lord says, I'm only here because of May. It's beautiful.
Well, La di da.
Thank you for staying, even though there's a bunch of technical I can't say it.
Yeah, that's one of the technical difficulties.
Conrad can't use technology, and I can't say it.
Yep.
That's the problem that we have. Do y'all have opinions on Pinocchio? Sorry if you said so during dead audio. It has some of the best FX animation ever.
Whatever. Fucking is shit.
I don't even remember watching Pinocchio. Honestly. It might be good. I don't know. Landonime.
You can literally go listen to the old Ghibli cast if you want to hear my full opinions. Like, I remember Tolentino really liked Pinocchio, and I was just not about it at all.
Have you seen Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Buchan? Easily the best to meme out of Masterpiece Theater. All of Disney is trash still. Not watched The Lion King. From Landonime. That's cool. Thank you.
He's never even seen The Lion King.
He hasn't even seen The Lion King. What a goat.
The fuck am I trying to do here?
Ghibli cast when? Dude, we hate to break this to you, but Davu's dead. He's not coming back.
I mean, I haven't even asked him if he would do it. So I'd have to ask him first. But, like, I just thought he might eventually come back to the internet. And, like, he is kind of on Twitter again a little bit.
Barely.
But, yeah, he really seems to be into his, like, not being an internet personality. And I don't want to, like, drag him out of that, you know? I mean, he did kind of, like, officially say he was probably not going to be on the PCP anymore.
You're going to make me cry. Captain Wiggle Muncher with £2 says Ghibli cast.
But, you know, if he doesn't want to do it, then I'm just going to not, you know, I'm just going to do it with somebody else.
There's a new PCP
but I haven't decided who I want to do
cast
it with yet.
Coming out soon, so...
Yes, there is a new thing in the vein of Ghibli cast coming out from my man Best Guy Ever. So sub to his channel. It's not about anime, though. But, it is about stuff that people like. So... at least we like it.
What did you think of the new UFO table shindig? Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Is that UFO table doing that?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that, even after watching it. Maybe I knew it at the time. Well, I didn't like it based on the first episode.
I don't know. I'd be willing to give it another chance. I kind of like the first chapter of the manga.
People keep losing their shit over the animation, but when I see the animation cuts, it's that shit where it's like 2D on 3D backgrounds where everything's just flying around like crazy, and I'm like, well, I can't even tell what the fuck's going on.
What's your opinion on the soy boy meme, and how has it completely destroyed 4chan over the last year?
Do people even still call each other soy boy on 4chan? I don't remember the last time I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know. What is the news zeitgeist that has ruined 4chan?
I have no idea.
4chan just is shit now. Like, for the most part.
I mean, I mostly just go on to A.
You've been getting into X.
No, not really. I can't understand anything out there, so I don't care about it.
I'm joking, but
it's Jesse's realm.
If you watch the new PCP, you'll hear Jesse talk about how he's into X and conspiracy theories.
Yes, it's great. That new episode would be out, the one that just came out, right?
Yeah, it's the one people.
So I'm competing with an episode that I am actually on. Well, you should watch the PCP after this fucking live stream, because it's a good episode. It's got me and Jesse on it.
Oh my god, somebody keeps asking for your thoughts on Shrek.
Shrek?
You gotta tell the story of Shrek.
Shrek is terrible. Shrek is a terrible fucking movie. The animation is so piss poor. Yeah, it's a garbage. And I'm sorry to say that because I liked Shrek as a kid, so I was expecting to rewatch the movie and feel like it was underrated, but I felt the exact opposite. I felt like I had overrated it myself, and I felt bad about ever having liked it.
It just kind of makes you realize how much of a stupid child you were.
Yeah.
Like, that this entertained me. But then you're like, why the fuck did my parents buy me the DVD of this?
It's like, it's not really much better than any of the other DreamWorks shit that you would later go on to make fun of and regard as childish, shitty animation, you know?
Land Anime for $5 says, Digi, fuck's sake, just let me on the next cast. Would not disappoint. Seen more Ghibli movies than most. Let me be a guest and make you eat mealy beehole.
I like how he couldn't even make it through the pitch. Like a fairly serious pitch before getting to the mealy beehole and just throwing it all out the window.
Dude, that'd be fun. But, I feel like, dude, I don't even want to think about the world without Davu in it. It makes me really sad.
I mean, he's still around. He's still making video games, I guess.
But I want him to make content for me.
He'll make a video game. You didn't even play his last video game.
I don't want his video. I don't care about his art. I want him to sell his soul to the content creation machine. One of us. How dare he escape?
Yeah.
Thinks he's too good for the internet? I'm joking. But he is great on the Ghibli cast, and, you know.
I just felt like a big part of the appeal of the podcast was that we would all take the movie from such completely different angles. That, like, the stuff that Davu noticed was stuff I wouldn't have noticed. The stuff I noticed was all, like, the, like, real thematic shit. And usually I'd seen the movie more than once. And then Hippo would really zero in on, like, the artistry of it, you know? And, like, I thought that was a good dynamic. And then, you know, whoever else we added in could just have their own kind of input of whatever their perspective is. But, like, yeah, I did like the idea of it being a show I always would have Davu and Hippo on.
Oh, boy.
But, you know, if it is not that, I can find other combinations that work.
Davu has gone the way of the pretzel bun.
Maybe Zen Huxtable would be interesting to have on. Maybe Econ would be interesting to have on. It would change the nature of the show a lot to have Econ on.
It would.
But I do want him for the Pompoko episode because I know he loves that movie.
It's one of his favorite movies. Pompoko is great.
And I told him I wanted him for that ages ago. Like, I told him back when I first watched Pompoko, like, early into Ghibli Cast, like, hey, if you want to be on this podcast I'm doing about, I'm going to talk about Pompoko eventually, which I...
Tyler Preston for $2
like.
says, opinions on anime based on video games.
They're usually shit.
There has not been many good examples. Pokemon is good, though.
Pokemon is the best.
Oh boy. Somebody said... Oh, they're just talking about Zen would be good on Ghibli Cast. I feel like you gotta have, like, rotating guests without Davu.
I mean, had Hippo as a regular on there, so he can still be a regular.
Yeah. I mean, Hippo, Nate has been on there, right?
No, he only wanted to be on for Princess Mononoke.
Nate isn't even on. Who is usually on the Ghibli Cast?
It's usually me and Davu and Hippo, and sometimes Munchie is on there. I think that's been pretty much it.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Maybe Nate was on Castle in the Sky.
I thought Nate was on one, though.
He might have been on the Castle in the Sky episode. I think he's also a fan of that movie.
Yeah, I think Zen would be a good addition, and Econ when, you know, it's relevant. Not always, though.
No.
I guess it has more to do with, like, who else is on.
I don't want to have to argue with Econ about why fucking Ponyo or The Wind Rises is an amazing movie. I want to be there with people who will take it for granted.
Cast,
oh yeah, I had thought about having you do it just because I was like, well, that'd be the easiest combination.
I would just like not really want to like talk with you after watching the movie as much. Like maybe just have our own notes, but I wouldn't be like opposed to being on it. But
Yeah, if you wanted to be on, that would make it a lot easier. I just wasn't sure if that was something you really wanted to do.
I mean, I like to be on things. Jalen Harris asks, how did you and Econ meet?
Econ is like my longest time fan. He's he fucking, I mean, maybe it's not fair to call him just an outright fan, but like back in my anime blogging days when he was like fucking 12, he was like my longest running commenter. Like, he wasn't there right at the start of my blog. He seems to think he was, and maybe he was like reading and not responding or something, but like I'm pretty sure he found me in like 2009, and he hung around for a long while as a commenter until I basically went to brony shit. But he was like one of the few people who would like regularly comment on my blog, and his fucking posts were completely incomprehensible. Like, his writing was fucking terrible, and I think it's just because I don't think he was that good at English yet, you know, because he is English as a second language. But
I mean, he still isn't that good at English sometimes.
Somewhere between then and now, he, you know, spent a lot of time continuing to write and try to hone his skills, I guess. So he's decent. He's a hell of a lot more coherent than he was back in the day.
Angulia Hambre for $2 says exclamation point on GhibliCast ?
Explanation point? I've never heard him on a podcast before, really. I know he live streams, but like, I don't know. I don't really know him, so like I don't know his availability or anything like that. Like, I tend to work with people who I know because I know their schedule. Like, if I wanted to have Nate on, I know exactly how frequently I can, like, you know, I know I can get him every week because I know he'll be committed to doing it. I don't know what it would be like to have on Explanation Point, who...
The game footage is really bad.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking asinine.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I just saw it just now. It's pretty awful.
Boy.
Not gonna lie.
Did you read I Am a Hero?
I read the first omnibus volume because somebody sent it to me, I think. It was pretty good, but it did not inspire me to buy more.
A lot of people are just giving their, you know, ideal Ghibli cast crews.
Who's
Nate, Hippo, and Jesse. Get Don Jolly on the Ghibli cast.
That would be interesting. I don't know what movie he would be most interested in covering. He said he indicated to me that he had done writing about anime, but I don't know where. You know.
Maddox on Ghibli cast.
Oh no.
Man mode on Ghibli cast or talk about SS Gridman would be interesting. Jeff with 10 Ron said, "What's your history with the word asinine?" Asinine.
What do you mean? What's my history with the word asinine? It's just a word. Do I say it a lot? Do I call things asinine a lot?
More than I've seen it, which is why I didn't know.
I think every word I use is a word I use more than you would normally see it. Do you want to play this game for a little bit?
Not really. I'm sweaty. The fact my legs are sweaty. I mean, I will play it if you want to read.
I want to get up for a second.
Okay.
Because I feel...
No, boy, I'm playing a game.
I feel like I want to grab something to munch on and take a pee real quick, so I'll let you manage this for a moment.
Oh, he wants a crown. Oh, you have to go to the Frog Prince Island. Poochie Trails. Where do I go? What's this? Go Yoshi. Thoughts on egg. Egg is good. Except for when it comes out of you. Where does the frog live? Oh, it's probably just for that level. Toss an egg. Oh boy. It's probably not interesting to watch a slideshow of a game. Get on the Ghibli cast, May. I mean, only if it's like a movie that I want to talk about, but I would be down. Thoughts on thoughts. Sometimes they're challenging. Sometimes I just don't really like to think. But I'm constantly inundated with thoughts. This is a trash can, good sir. Any new 10 lead rants? Not really. Just like she's been massively blocking people. And it's just like, I don't know, is she gonna run out of people to block? Like, there's so many people who like are just maybe disagree with one thing she says and she'll block them. So it's kind of like, oh god, the game looks awful. But yeah, I mean, I think she's a little sensitive, but that's just me. Yeah, they asked if I had any new news on her, and it's like, not really.
I think Nate said that he had found out that she had blocked him, and he had never said anything negative about her or Jeff.
She's really sensitive, and she has a block. She like follows a block list too. Yeah, I don't know what her deal is. Trippin' for 2 Canadian says, what do y'all think of the math rock band Sean?
Never heard of them.
It smells garlicky as fuck.
You want one? It's crouton.
I like crouton. He wants a curious rock. Thoughts on her almond-shaped nipples?
Ugh.
I'm allergic to almonds.
Ugh.
Did you watch Donkey's video on Whiplash and La La Land?
Nope. It just came out today.
Oh, really? Somebody asked if you're gonna play the Astral Chain game that came out.
You just reminded me. I thought about just going and getting that and playing that on the live stream instead. Because that game came out today.
Is there a way to throw an egg? Oh, you have to probably eat an enemy, right? Then you probably just.
I felt like people would probably be more likely to watch a live stream of Astral Chain than Yoshi's Woolly World or Crafted World.
Going on the train. Oh, I only have 3 eggs. Is there more enemies?
Necessarily justify buying a $60 game right after I just bought a $50 game.
Just after you bought 2.
Yeah.
Come to my belly.
I bet I would have talked myself out of even buying this game if I had remembered that Astral Chain was coming out on the 30th.
Where's the is that the Curious Rock? I don't know. It's a big rock. Will you help me look for the Curious Rock? I'm pretty sure that was it. Could I re-ride the train? Can I ride it back?
I don't think so. I think you're fucked. I think you have to restart the level.
Okay.
You can do that. You can hit restart.
Oh, I don't want to.
Is this an enemy? New level or what?
Is this guy a bad guy?
Did I play this one?
Yeah, it's the train. Do I go back on the train? Like, what is this?
Oh, I remember. No, you gotta build the tracks for it to go forward.
Oh, okay. There's some stuff happening in the chat if you want to read it.
Why are you slowly turning into a neckbeard? Shave it off, hippie. What do you think about my beard?
It probably should be shaved soon.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Which parts?
The neck.
Just the neck? Just a neck shave? I agree.
I think you also probably want to give it more shape before the end of summer.
Do you have any intention of continuing a Log Horizon series? Or you watched it this week and really want to hear your opinions about season 2?
Building the track.
Maybe eventually. I did do like the first 8 minutes of the next part months back.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a little bit weird because Devu was editing that series, and so I'll be taking over. Not that he was doing anything fancy with that one, so it wouldn't be like hard to live up to, I don't think.
No.
But it wouldn't probably be as good of editing as he was going to do on it. Yeah, it was kind of like a matter of I was really straining myself to rewatch the show again because we had just watched it all the way, and like the first couple parts just required me to watch a couple episodes, but the next part was going to require me to watch like the entire rest of the first season, and I was just not up for it at the time. But maybe if I get up for it, then I'll want to do it.
Ground pounding. Oh no.
The video has been stuck since you clicked play course. It's not even shown the course you're on at all yet.
Are you sure?
Yes. The video is completely
that's not my
fucked.
fault.
I'm gonna see if I can do anything about it.
Oh boy, I'm sorry, Chad.
Let's see what happens if we
wish
kick
we were
it down
playing
to lower
Pokemon.
quality.
This game is cute though, I like it. I'd play this with you.
Alright, well I got it to at least show the game, but it's chugging like a fuck. So let's try making it...
I'm chugging like a
the
fuck.
lowest possible quality. And like standard def. It's still chugging like a fuck. I gotta get a new fucking program. This program sucks a fuck. Now it's like a whirling dervish. Look at all that whirling going on. It is like a slideshow of things you did a while back.
An endless supply of Shy Guys. What's up? I just saw you.
I'm just wondering if I should even keep the gameplay footage playing. Like, is this worthy of continuing as a gaming live stream?
Probably not, dude. Probably even not.
We could just cancel it and just to say, like, that's it. This is faulty fucking hardware. I can't even tell how long we've been going because it used to have a timer that was keeping track of how long, but that is also frozen with the video from the Game Capture HD. Let's see what the YouTube says we've been streaming for. 1 hour and 38 minutes? That's way longer than I thought we'd been going for. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like fuck it. It looks like shit.
Okay.
Alright, everybody.
It was fun talking to you all.
Sorry we did a shorter one than usual this week, but
next week we'll do a Pokemon.
Literally, our computers have been in a clusterfuck state. And I gotta do rants and shit. So, peace out.
Bye-bye.